It's Mexico with Kay. Hey y'all. Hey. I literally just got done working out and I tried to set this live in advance, but I see it did not set properly. So no worries if you are watching the replay. Hey. It's Friday with Kay. Mexico with Kay. But yes, I just wanted to give y'all some updates, let y'all know how things were going. So last time I talked to y'all, I told you guys that I got laid off from my position in tech as a health coach. So as you guys know, a lot of layoffs have happened recently in the tech world, but most of the jobs that people have gotten laid off from have actually not even been like tech jobs per se, but you just happen to be in the tech field. So for instance, you could be HR working in tech, but you get fired from a tech company. So the majority of the layoffs are not even like tech people per se, if that makes sense. So yeah, so told you guys I got laid off from my tech company I've been with since I want to say 2018. So the same year I had got released from med school. Same year, ended up doing it. It was really just a little side job. I did it on the weekends, but of course it was still enough for me to be able to live comfortably here in Mexico. So now your girl is in the middle of a pivot, and I have been tutoring recently. I'm thinking about taking on new clients for my business soon. So I had a lot of things going on the back end, and just to let y'all know. But I will say I ended up treating myself this past. Let me see if I can get y'all some better scenery. Alright, let me see. Let me see what it's looking like. Alright, so I ended up treating myself to all inclusive resort last weekend. So it was really nice. It was like in between where I live in like Cancun, like right in the middle spot. And it was such an amazing day. I wanted to go a couple weeks ago, but the weather here has been like really rainy, cloudy, so I haven't been feeling it. But finally, I was like, let me just go ahead and go. And I had a great time. The food was pretty good. I will say the dinner wasn't all that, but they had a bunch of choices. So even though I didn't like that food, I could have went to another restaurant and tried to eat there. So yeah, overall, I had a great experience. It was very chill. It was very relaxing. I had been reading a book that I almost finished reading when I was on a cruise, but I didn't. It's called The Big Leap. I don't know if you guys have read it before, but it's by Gay Hendricks. Really good book. So I got to finish reading that book. And then I also had been reading The 12-Week Year. And so I also got a chance to finish that book. So I spent most of my time taking naps at the beach, at the resort, and I also took some time to read as well. So thoroughly enjoyed myself. I also took some time over by the pool and relaxed at the pool. And I had the audacity to even get in the pool. Now I will say it was a beautiful day, just a really chill, it was a nice breeze. But as far as like getting in the water, yeah, it was like a clouds in and out most of the day. So when the clouds were away, it was fine. But when the clouds were lurking, it definitely got chilly in the water. But I was just like, I'm here. Let me just get in the water. And I just did my hair yesterday, so my hair, my locks were loose, so I didn't really care about getting in the water. So yeah, so that was that. Just had some time to reflect. I just love being in nature and just surrounded by like the beach. That's another reason why I chose to live here, so I could be close to the beach. And I just really love nature and just being, just want to feel closer to the Lord, if you know what I mean. But yeah, so that's been pretty much that. Um, Again, I am in the process of pivoting. There's a lot of things that I know I can do. It's just a matter of what do I want to do next. So I really just been praying and just, consulting with God and just trying to figure out what my next move is and not trying to do it from a place of desperation, if that makes sense, because my energy is still definitely a soft life, more of a bare minimum season right now for me. And I'm enjoying that. So again, my plans are to be back in the States come June and staying in the States for 2 or 3 months, depending on, factors. But I want to be home in the States during the summer just because it is going to be so hot out here and I am literally miserable with heat. Update. I don't know if y'all was on the last live, but the last live, I don't know if I told y'all about my water bill. Oh my gosh. So literally the same week that I lost my health coaching job, I ended up getting this 500, it was over $500 bill. So crazy, crazy, crazy. So the owner, now she's saying, oh, I need you to go out. And basically she was asking if I could go out and like check the meter daily now. I'm like, absolutely not. Like that is not in my lease. I am not the homeowner. Like that is doing too much. I don't want this high water bill, but I am not, like, no, I will just move. So technically my lease is up here in March, but I extended my lease until June. But if this water bill is looking crazy, y'all, next month, your girl is going to be looking for somewhere else to move for a couple months, which is sounds really silly, but it is what it is. But also, that's a dilemma as well because this time of the year is considered high season, and so if you are moving to like a tropical area in the winter months, the prices are going to be crazy high. So the best time really to move to get locked into like a good lease amount for the year, or I prefer 6 month leases because if something goes wrong, I just don't want to be committed for a whole year unless I really, trust the property and the owner. And so we spoke a little bit, and she basically asked me if I come back, if I would be open to leasing for her again. But it's going to be telltale in these next couple months, actually the next month, because if my water bill has not increased, I'm definitely going to be leaving. So I did have finally had a plumber to come over, and here it just takes a while for things to happen. Like there's really no true sense of urgency, so you definitely have to learn a lot of patience being out here for sure. But the plumber came out. My water. Let me see. Like last week, I didn't have water for. Let me see. It was about maybe like 6 hours or so. I didn't have any water, and I'm like, y'all. And this happened earlier too this year. I didn't have water actually for a couple of days. And then they're like, oh, well, they're doing maintenance or something. So I'm asking my neighbors. My neighbors are like, no, we don't have any of those issues. So I'm like, it's clearly this particular unit. So had to get that troubleshooted. So y'all just pray for your girl and her water bill and that I can just have a little bit of stability. Like I'm okay with being on the go while I'm here, but I would prefer to just be somewhere where I am comfortable and don't have to worry too much. So that's kind of the updates. I really do enjoy my community. There's like a little food stand, little park, literally right outside my community. If it's late night, 10, 11, 12, 1 in the morning, and I'm a little hungry and don't feel like cooking, I know I can go grab me a taco. Like I know I can go to my Argentinians right up the road and get me a hamburger any time of the night. So I really love the convenience of where things are to me. I walk to Walmart once a week to get a few things, and that Walmart is probably like a 30-minute walk, and then I usually catch a taxi back. And then I also go to some of the local places to try to get some different fruits and veggies as well. So I try to mix it up. I definitely try to support, the local businesses and the local food stands and stuff like that. I have my amigas that are always outside of Walmart. They usually sell like cheese from like Oaxaca, Mexico, and the cheese is so good. So like I'd never buy my cheese like in the store and stuff. I try to buy them and support the local businesses as well as my honey. Y'all, and I gotta show y'all what the honey look like. I'll show y'all on the next slide. But the honey literally looks like it's in a water bottle. I'm like, did y'all just take an empty water bottle and put this honey in here? But they have the honey, and I buy my honey from the local vendors every week. And then I also buy like fresh garlic that's already cut up for your girl. I buy that every week as well. So yeah, so I got my little things that I like to buy, and then of course they always trying to hustle you to buy some more stuff. I'm like, I don't need all of that. Hola, ¿de dónde es Ohio? I don't know if that is right. Hey girl, hey! How you doing, cousin girl? You can just say, ¿Dónde es Ohio? Where's Ohio? That's good, girl. Yes, that is good. You better be great. So yeah, and then shout out to some of my friends because I told my friends don't be sending me nothing. You know, I don't need no donations or nothing like that because I'm gonna be living a soft life regardless of this job or not. Oh, is that what it is? It's the fall. Okay, let me wipe it. Hold on. Is it better, Kevin? Oh, it does look clearer now. Thank you. I know it did get foggy, and I just got done working out too, cousin. So probably some of my perspiration don't blend into the actual camera. But yeah, so one of my friends sent me a love donation, and I told her, I said, thank you so much. I'm going to use this to extend my Spanish tutorial lessons. And y'all, when I tell y'all I love my tutor, like I really love my tutor. But hold on, peak game though, peak game. Why does a guard at the front of the neighborhood have the audacity to text and request to borrow some money? So she said, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and then had the audacity to ask for a lower amount. Yeah, it was an absolute no for me. And I'm assuming that she probably think I got a couple extra dollars. And see, that's one thing. That's when people like start taking your kindness for weakness. Because I'm very kind. Like usually, every blue moon I'll go and grab like a Coke because they love Coca-Cola here. So I'll grab a Coke and like give a Coke to like the security guards and stuff like that. So it just be little sentimental like things. When I went back to the States and came back, I made them like candy bags with like candy just from the States that they don't have here. So I do little gestures, but like we not friends. We not like friends. Like don't ask me to borrow no money. And then not only that, like the tackiness of it all is like she didn't text from her personal phone, and she didn't have a personal number. She had the number. She had to basically go through the messages from the security gate cell phone to find the number to even text. So it was just the audacity for me and like no shame. And so, long story short, I was telling my tutor about it, and my tutor basically said, "Oh, she definitely tried you." And she was just kind of giving me, a little bit of game on, how some of the women can be here in Mexico. And she told me what I needed to say to her in person in Spanish. So I've been practicing, y'all, what I need to say to her. I haven't ran into her yet, but when I do, and first of all, my Spanish personality is like super extra, y'all. Like I have to use a lot of hands. I'm just very dramatic in my delivery of Spanish because it takes a lot for one for my brain to be converting back and forth between the languages. So I have to be very intentional with my words and I talk with my hands. And so I was like, oh, I can't wait to get her to read because I didn't want to give her like no Google translation read. You know what I mean? Like I needed to sound like like from local to local. So I have my read for her, and I will be giving it to her next time I see her. Hey! I see somebody just jumped in here. Cousin said, "I'm not giving no love offering." You are the offering, okay? Your presence is enough. That's exactly, cousin. Your presence is enough. Thank you. Look, I see my screen. So yeah, so let me tell y'all what I just found out about Mexico today. So not today, a couple days ago, but I just found out that they have a carnival celebration here. Like from what I saw on the actual flyers, like how the Caribbean carnival is. They have on like the nice, beautiful like head pieces and a little, shimmy pieces. Yes, it looks like it is the same. So I am like, ooh, I want to go see what the festivities are about. So every day for like I don't know. It's probably 8 days because I started like 2 days ago and it's going into next week. They have different festivities that are going to be going on to celebrate Carnival here. So your girl is going to go see what it's about. So if y'all not following me on Instagram, make sure y'all follow my Instagram for my shenanigans because I do post a little bit of what I do out here in Mexico. My friends are trying to encourage me to get a TikTok because they're like, oh my gosh, people would love to see that. And in my mind, I'm like, people don't care that much. Like, ain't nobody trying to look and see what I'm doing. Like, I just do regular, everyday stuff. Like, I don't feel like anything that I do here is just that extravagant compared to what I do at home. But my cousins and my friends is like, no, like people was definitely nosy and they would like to see your experience and perspective with Mesa Show. So I'm really not about, I really love YouTube. YouTube is a wonderful, wonderful platform, but I also, I don't feel like TikTok is going to be like the world that I want to exist in because first of all, they're mean on the internet. Like YouTube is pretty calm, pretty cool. Instagram is cool. But TikTok, like they're rude. And I know my family. One of my cousins is online right now. I know my family. My family. I don't even want to have them up in the chats trying to curse out folks because they done said something, mean or unkind about me. Because one thing about my family and friends, they definitely don't be playing about me. So I'm like, okay, let me not even try to put them on that type of war. But I do like just the idea of just kind of, continuously documenting my journey while I'm here, even if it is just for myself. I might just do maybe a private TikTok, something like that, because I do like record little snippets of things that I'm doing, and I guess it is a little interesting as well. Another quick update, and I'm not gonna be on here too long with y'all today because again it's carnival today, and so they have festivities I think starting at 7, and then they're going up until midnight. And like I said, every day has a different set of things. So your girl is a hooper in Mexico officially. So I am playing in a Mexican basketball league out here. It's a co-ed league. So the way they do it here with the league is there's 4 quarters. Each quarter is 10 minutes. The first quarter is 3 women and 2 men. The second quarter is 3 men and 2 women, and then it alternates for the third and fourth quarter. So when I tell you, your girl did not think that she was going to survive because I just have not played basketball since 2017, competitively, and that was in med school. That was a co-ed league in med school. So, y'all, I didn't think I was going to make it. And she definitely had me in for an entire quarter. And I was just like, I don't even have asthma, y'all. But I'm like, where is the inhaler? Where is the inhaler? But it was fun. They were really supportive. I got me a little lesson to make sure I knew, the important terms in basketball and Spanish, which they use a lot of American terms as well because we know, the origins of basketball. But I just wanted to make sure, if somebody was coming, if y'all know what a screen is in basketball, somebody was coming to set a screen, that, they wasn't going to get knocked out because I couldn't call it out for them. So I'm like, Panta, okay? Hello, Foxy Gray. How's it go on this wonderful evening? Y'all, Foxy Gray is my grandmother, if y'all don't know. But hello. Hey, how's it go? But yeah, so the basketball league, it was a wonderful, wonderful time. And yeah, I was excited. I'm thinking I had a game this week. I'm like, all right, I'm getting this cardio up. Your girl is over here trying to, step my hip workouts up. I'm like, okay, I need to be getting to the court a couple days a week. And, I ended up, getting ready for Thursday. And yesterday they was like, oh yeah, we ain't got a game this week. So I'm assuming all the games got canceled because of the festivities that are going on for Carnival. So again, I'm gonna get some little recordings on what's going on with Carnival, and I will let y'all know how it is when I check in with you guys next week. But when I tell y'all, after the game, during the game when I was playing, I don't know, I thought I was just a young person, and I'm trying to steal the ball, and I ran, and I felt like my knee buckled, y'all. I was so nervous. My brother recently just had to get surgery on his knee for tearing his MCL, so I was like, oh my gosh, I hope I ain't got a real injury. The next day I woke up, I was in excruciating pain. I was like, oh my gosh, is this what it feels like when people have knee injuries? Because I've never had any issues with knees, They ain't quite like Megan's, but they not awful. And Yeah, I was real nervous, so I took me a little bit of medicine. But literally day 3, I was good. Like my knee has been fine. It's a little tender, like right after I do a workout, but other than that, I have been good to go. So I'm very grateful for that. Grateful for my health. Grateful for my body upholding itself the way that it has been. Um, let's see. Bree said, "Hey, Grandma." So if y'all don't know, Bree is, Bree always holds it down in the chat. That's my cousin. She said, "I called you and you haven't received a call back for your information." Y'all will not be having family affairs going on in my chat today. Y'all play too much. You're gonna have to call your grandmother on your personal time again. Because she definitely don't answer the phone. She's not gonna answer the phone and she's not gonna check her voicemail. But she gonna ask you if you left a voice message. And she knows she ain't gonna check it. So, it's a catch-22. You gotta love on your elders, regardless. You gotta love on your elders. But yes. So yeah, that's what's been going on. So I again looking forward to Carnival. I wish I had a little something to wear out there to be looking cool like them, but it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna do it for the culture. We're gonna have a good time, and that's just gonna be what it is. So, yes. And then as far as like being here, like in the kitchen, y'all, I have just gotten so creative in the kitchen. Like I really, first of all, I really think that I'm an honorary Mexican for one. Like if y'all didn't know, like I am definitely honorary. Y'all don't know, but I think last time I talked to you guys, I didn't tell y'all. I ended up going to go hang out with my Mexican and Cuban friends. Baby, I am not about that life. Like shout out to the folks that can be out and about all night. It literally started from a basketball game that turned into a pool party for one of the coaches that turned into like we literally when they say like in the streets. No, I was literally in the streets. We literally went to the coach's house, and somewhere I don't know where we was at. Wherever we was at, there was no taxis. Okay, because usually you can just taxi. There was no taxi available. Okay, so I had to get a ride. So literally, when I say the streets, we was out in the streets. The coach, she went and grabbed a chair. She grabbed another chair, and before we knew it, it was a whole bunch of chairs outside. We had the car. People was like sitting on the outside of the trunk area. Um, and they had a good time. We had a good time. We had music. It was real loud. And the night is getting real creative when people start coming up with games. So they had like some trash, like just say something random, and then there was like this big trash can, and then we started like this whole basketball like shooting contest to see who could make this random trash into the trash can. So y'all. So I'm like, okay, I felt a couple of sprinkles of rain. And I said, okay, rain down on me. Okay. I thought that was gonna be my saving grace and I was gonna be headed home. That it was just a couple sprinkles. They went away. So I'm like, okay, it's like 3:30 in the morning. I'm like, okay, I'm going home soon. So then finally everybody just jumped in the cars, and mind you, I'm the only English speaking person out the group. There's another girl who speaks, she's Mexican, but she speaks a little bit of English. But for the most part, I can hang. And when I say like they was just doing story times, very, very dramatic. Like even though I don't understand everything, like my fluency is like not fluent. My Spanish be Spanishing a little bit, and they had so many different story times, and everybody wanted to tell the story from their perspective. Like everybody, I mean, they so animated, they so extra. I'm just like I fit right in. Like this is my people. I really fit right in. So we had a good time. They had their little jokes. Like it was just fun. So I'm thinking finally I'm going home. Yeah, I told y'all the night started from basketball. And then first of all, we went to somebody's house, and then we went to the pool party. Then we went to and had the party in the streets. Then I'm thinking, okay, we finally going home. No. You cannot end the night without tacos. So we went to a little taco park. And we went and had tacos. And we had the music banging at the taco spot. Even though they had their own music, we came and brought the big old speakers. And, we just had a good time. So I was like, okay, I can do this like once a year. Okay? Because I'm like, yeah, don't feel bad. Y'all don't have to feel obligated to invite me, right? Like, I can come, I can hang for a little bit. But again, y'all, we was in the streets. I didn't know where I was at. There was no taxi. So I'm like, as long as I can get my transportation in order, I can go out for a little bit. I'm just, when I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. But it was a great time. It was a great experience. It was definitely story time worthy, for sure. Definitely story time worthy, for sure. But again, I enjoyed myself. It was so funny as well because I don't drink or smoke. And of course, when you say you don't drink in Mexico, like what? What you mean you don't drink? Like, oh, you don't drink this. Well, what would you like to drink? So I'm like, oh no, I don't drink anything. So one of my friends is fluent in Spanish, so I was being funny, and I'm like recording a little bit of the conversation, and I sent it to her. I said, girl, what they talking about? She was like, oh yeah, they talking about somebody don't drink or do drugs or do anything and something something. I was like, oh, they talking about me. Oh, it was so funny. Like, and I was just being cute. I wasn't even thinking she was gonna tell me what they were saying because it was just a quick little snippet. And then when I went back and listened to it, I was like, oh, they definitely did say that. So it was really, really funny. I had a good little time, a good little laugh on my expense as well. So yeah. So again, I've been enjoying my time out here and just the transition of a pivot right now, and taking my time, enjoying things, slowing down to speed up at some point. But right now, we just slowing it down. I'm just being a human being and not being a human doing and enjoying the season I am in my life. But I just wanted to check in, let y'all know what I've been up to these last couple weeks. I'm going to try to check in with y'all, try to set a timer so y'all can know when I'm gonna be on. Because I tried to do it for this week, but it did not work. I see it didn't actually pop up. So I'll check in with y'all next week, let y'all know how this carnival week went here in Playa. But I will talk to you guys soon, and I hope y'all have a very blessed week. All right.